Times like these, being charitable has never been more important. But tonight at 11, investigator Scott Lewis has a report that just might have you wondering if the money you give to charity is actually going where you think it is. And Scott joins us live this morning via Skype with a preview of what he's working on. Scott, this is such an important story. What have you found out?
Well, it really is, Vic, and I think you've probably gotten these calls from these charities that sound worthy, you know, cancer victims, war veterans, police officers, firefighters. But what would you think if you found out that most of the money you were donating was lining someone else's pocket?
2009 was a tough year in Detroit and elsewhere, but for the Children's Cancer Fund of America, times were never better. The Children's Charity brought in more money than it ever had before, and they did it in large part thanks to the Southfield-based fundraiser, Associated Community Services. You probably know them as telemarketers. When all was said and done, ACS had brought in over $4 million for the Children's Charity, money that could do a lot of things in fulfilling the group's mission, to provide grants to children suffering from cancer and help get much-needed medical supplies into the hands of the ill and needy. But when the money finally made its way to the cancer charity, only a fraction was left, about $815,000, or 1/5 of ACS's total haul. Nothing was stolen, no law was broken. In fact, everything that happened here was perfectly legal. And as for ACS, it was business as usual. As a professional fundraiser, ACS makes its money by taking a cut from every donation you make, taking half, or in some cases, almost everything.
Most calls in a day, I'd say at least a dozen.
There's a good chance you've received a call too. And if you made a donation, that good feeling you felt might be out the window after you see what we've uncovered tonight at 11.
Hey, Dick. Scott Lewis from Channel 7.
And when company president Dick Cole wouldn't face our cameras, we found him stepping out of his Cadillac at company headquarters. And we're asking tough questions about the high-pressure sales tactics used by his employees to get you to donate.
The office where I work generates $1 million a month.
And a company whistleblower breaks his silence. Tonight at 11, meet the voice at the other end of the line.
This whistleblower told us the reason he came forward to Action News is because he actually feels guilty about doing this job. He wants to find another job. He told us that they target elderly people, vulnerable people, and he just didn't feel right about making these phone calls. The other thing he said is once someone donates, they put them on what he called a suckers list. So if you give to one charity, they have a whole bunch of others. So people keep getting these calls over and over again. So as you're watching my full investigation tonight, I'd like you to think about how you'd feel if it was your mom or your dad getting these phone calls.
Yeah, preying on the most generous and vulnerable people. It's awful.
As always, Scott, thank you so much. Looking forward to seeing your report tonight at 11 o'clock.